What recent assessment by the World Economic Forum highlighted a growing non-military global risk? The World Economic Forum warned that misinformation and disinformation now pose one of the most severe short-term risks to global stability, influencing elections, public trust, and social cohesion. Which financial trend has the Bank for International Settlements identified as a concern for long-term financial stability? The BIS highlighted the rapid growth of non-bank financial institutions as a potential systemic risk due to weaker regulation and high leverage. What unusual environmental issue has increasingly affected global freshwater supplies? Accelerating glacier melt has disrupted river systems that supply drinking water and agriculture to millions of people, creating seasonal water shortages. How has South Korea adjusted its national strategy to address declining birth rates? South Korea expanded family support policies, housing incentives, and childcare subsidies in an effort to stabilize population decline and future workforce levels. What global transport development has renewed debate over carbon-intensive infrastructure? Continued investment in airport expansion has sparked debate over balancing economic growth with emissions reduction targets in international climate commitments. Which emerging cyber risk has been prioritized by Interpol? Interpol warned of rising ransomware attacks targeting hospitals, utilities, and public infrastructure, posing risks to public safety and national security. What shift in agricultural policy has gained attention amid global food price volatility? Governments have increased support for domestic food production to reduce reliance on global supply chains vulnerable to climate and geopolitical shocks. How has Mexico been affected by changes in global manufacturing patterns? Mexico has benefited from nearshoring trends, attracting manufacturing investment as companies seek supply chains closer to the United States. What technology-driven issue has intensified debates around privacy and surveillance worldwide? The expansion of facial recognition technologies has raised concerns about civil liberties, data protection, and government oversight. Which global energy development has complicated international climate negotiations? Increased investment in new fossil fuel projects has conflicted with long-term net zero commitments, exposing gaps between climate pledges and policy actions. What recent trend has reshaped discussions on urban resilience? More frequent extreme heat events have forced cities to redesign infrastructure, housing, and public spaces to protect vulnerable populations. How has the World Trade Organization been challenged by recent geopolitical tensions? The WTO has faced difficulties enforcing trade rules as major economies increasingly bypass multilateral systems in favor of bilateral or regional agreements. What labor-related issue have international policymakers linked to productivity concerns? Rising long-term sickness absence has been identified as a drag on labor participation and economic output in several advanced economies. Which global security concern has expanded beyond traditional military threats? Space security, including satellite interference and orbital congestion, has become a growing concern for governments and defense planners. What long-term societal trend has influenced policy discussions on education and training worldwide? Rapid technological change has increased the emphasis on lifelong learning and reskilling to keep workforces adaptable and competitive.